grab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, grab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, grab people, blue heavy metal people.
Hey there, this is Malorian, and this will be another War Machine Wednesday. And this time here, we're going to be having Michael with his convergence, but this time he's running Father Lucant. This is a tier 3 list and has a bunch of the medium bases, and from the tier gets an advanced deploy. On the other side here, we got my brother here, and he's running Climax and Terminus with that conversion I just did. So this will be his first time playing with Terminus, and he's been doing a lot of Denny 3, so he should be used to the play style. But yeah, he's going to be trying this out. There's a whole bunch of Mechanothralls, there's a Kraken there, and of course all the little ghosts here as well, the Blackbanes. So he won the initiative, and actually no, Michael won the initiative, and he decided that he wanted that side over there. And so on the first turn there, pretty much he was able to go up and take the field, and Terminus is putting up his one spell Malediction, which is going to make things around him easier to hit and more damage. And so now here on Michael's first turn with Convergence, he's of course going to try and get up the board as far as he can. He really can't afford to stay back, and so everything is running up. He will be putting up Watcher with his caster, which makes it, of course, if you get within 6 inches of the caster, somebody from the battle group can move and make a big boosted attack. So can be pretty good. He doesn't have a very big battle group though. There's just the Colorary and then the one Jack. So otherwise, he really just kind of got up for that, and now it's going to be coming back to Climax right away here. He also put up, I believe, not deceleration, but the one there for shooting. There's not much shooting, but he thought you might as well put up anyway. So now, this will be the biggest factor, I believe, in the game, which is these Blackbanes. They start charging in, and since the only magical weapon the Convergence has is on Father Lucant, the caster, they're going to have a lot of trouble trying to kill off all these incorporeal models. So once they're in there, now Terminus is actually going to come up and start doing some damage, starting to attack some of these reciprocators, taking a couple of them off the board, and still being able to camp quite a bit. Otherwise, it's just really a matter of the Mechanothralls keeping up there, running up, the Stitch Thralls or Necrosurgeons also getting up there, and just kind of waiting for later. Now you can't really see it, but there's also a small unit of 3 that Michael has working around the house at the bottom flank. But yeah, now the Kraken's going to come up, and it's going to make a couple of attacks, killing off one and killing off another. So already of that one unit, he was able to kill off 4 of the 5, which is pretty solid, almost clearing the zone right away. Of course, he couldn't score this turn. First person to be able to score is Michael. And yeah, that's a pretty powerful turn. And again, the biggest factor will be all these incorporeal models in the way. So Michael's going to have to try and find a way to not only try and kill them off, but kill them off in a way that's going to allow his other models to get into the zone. Because this is going to be a real scenario play. If he can't go in and kill them off and get in the zone, it'll be fairly easy for Climax to go and destroy the objective and then dominate to put himself in a very powerful position. So first thing happening here on their second turn is that little unit of 3 is going to be coming in here in the bottom, and you know, they're going to do fairly well because they get 2 attacks, they get to make that 1-inch move after they kill a model. So they kill a few models, get a little bit closer. Again, these medium infantry though do not like fighting Mechanothralls. There are 2 Enigma Foundries, so they'll be collecting the bodies and can bring them back, but those Mechanothralls just do really well for trading up and can really take out a lot of these guys. So as you can see here now at the top, he has one of his units coming up and starting to stab through, and they can do some pretty good work with that, right? Trying to kill off the Mechanothralls, but at the same time, the Climax of course have their own recursion, and they can, with the Necrosurgeons, bring a lot of these guys back. So although there's the Enigma Foundries on the one side, they need to have 3 models die to bring one back, whereas the Necrosurgeons, it's 1 for 1. So they just keep on, can bring these guys back, and it's going to be very tough to deal with. So right now he is trying to deal with all of these. He had one that took a free strike earlier, so he's able to kill off that one Blackbane. Now he's activating the one Enigma Foundry, bringing a guy back. Father Lucant is trying to decide how close he wants to get. This is going to be a delicate dance between Terminus and Father Lucant. You know, both of them can do a lot of work in melee and are pretty fast, and so it's more going to be things, hey, how much of your stack do you want to spend? So otherwise, that was Convergence, and now we're on to Crick's turn 3, and looking at that there's really not much in the zone, just the one model and the objective, so I'm pretty sure that's what he's going to go for. Otherwise, the Blackbanes go first. They're not making attacks, they're just getting in the way. Otherwise, it's going to be Terminus who's going to be going after the objective. We have a proxy base there just because it's a little bit small. And so he's going to go into that, also trying to kill off this model in the zone as well. So he's going to kill off the objective, and then did some damage there to the one model. Didn't bother killing it because he has a big Kraken coming. The Kraken comes in and kills that model. And now otherwise, it's just like Mechanothralls, do whatever you want. Charge in, and whatever you kill is going to be extra. So the Mechanothralls do have a little bit of trouble trying to hit. Of course, there you can set up so that they have basically the set defense. So Mechanothralls only have a meta 5, so a little bit of a difficulty hitting. But yeah, right now it's just really a lot of positioning, trying to go after the last few models here on their flank. He's going to be killing off 2 of the 3, so again, making them pretty ineffective. So that one last model, if they were hoping to try and chew their way into the zone, that's not really going to happen. So in this turn, he's going to destroy the objective for 1, dominate for 2, get to 3 points, and now that's in a very bad spot for Convergence, because if it was hard last turn to try and get in there, it's even worse now. Now they have all the Blackbanes there and Mechanothralls, and maybe there's a play to try and get Terminus, but I believe at this point here he's still camping 6 or something, so it's still going to be very, very tough to try and kill this guy. And yeah, they're really just kind of all over him. So Michael's going to spend some time here trying to figure out a plan. One thing that's going to be nice is he has the perforators there, and they're the medium-based Convergence models that when they try and shoot in, they're going to be having the armor pierce. The unfortunate part here is that Terminus is actually engaging one of his own models, and so that really started kind of ruining that, where when he shoots at him, there's a higher defense. When he misses, he has to shoot against his own guys, so that really didn't work out. So maybe with a little bit of a change of an order of activations, he could have had a better shot there, but as it was, yeah, unfortunately, all those shots from the perforators really didn't do much at all. Now he's going to be coming in with the Jack, which is going to be coming through and trying to make the attacks there. And yeah, this part here, he's going to hope to try and do some damage, but it just can't do it. Terminus has that high armor, and to be fair, Michael's dice were a little bit poor as well, and so I kind of expected to do a little bit of damage, but it ended up doing no damage. And once we saw that, it's like, well, okay, that's really not going to do anything. So I believe he tries making some other stabs here, but yeah, that's going to be really it. So yeah, kill off a couple more of the Blackbanes. He's going to try and get some more models in. The model's going to take a free strike from a Blackbane and die. So that's really, really not helping him. Making a few more attacks against Mechanothralls, but Mechanothralls really aren't the issue right now. It's just one of those things where you might as well make the attacks, because hey, it's my turn and I know this might be bad, but hey, we're going to kill a bunch of guys on the way. So now we're going back to Crick's, and he really just has the one Jack in the zone. Personally, if it was me, I'd probably just go and throw it out or power strike it out with the Kraken, just trying to get out there and be done. But he wants to do a little smashy with Terminus. Again, this is his first game with Terminus, and he wants to see him smash stuff, so he's going to be going after the Jack himself. And then after killing, I believe he did get one other model in the zone. There's one medium reciprocator that got in. So Terminus did really mess up the Jack, and then killed off that one model. Kraken comes in, finishes the Jack, and then that's the game. So the game just ended here on scenario as he destroyed the last Jack there. So what are you guys' thoughts on the game?
No, it was fun. I had a few missteps, which I think.
I feel like the Blackbanes played a major role in this, of course.
Yeah.
Was there any other way you felt you could have mitigated those?
Taking my other list.
Yeah. Like unless Lucant's really getting up there and really doing a lot of work and putting himself in a lot of danger.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a bad decision to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if he starts going out at all, then I'm just going to kill him with Terminus.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you figured he could have done to deal with them or the scenario?
So is this just turn 3? Because that means you feed it turn 2, right?
Yeah.
And could any of these guys gotten in the zone turn 1?
They ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dealing with them, not really. I mean, I think you kind of needed to...
Is that maybe he should have taken first turn to get further up?
Yeah.
I think you should have gone first turn,
Yeah.
because if you could get the stuff in the zone... I mean, these guys aren't really going to hurt any of your stuff. All that they were really trying to do is get in the way.
Yeah.
And then also, so if you could like... I mean, especially like if Lucant goes first, then you can take whatever free strikes you want with those guys, and I'm going to, dice off 10 or whatever. So I think...
Well, they still can't go through you.
But you could at least be going around me without me hitting them too hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a lot you could do with those guys.
Yeah.
So this is your first game with Terminus. What were your thoughts on him?
He blows, man.
Oh, jeez. Seemed to do okay.
I don't know. He killed a couple things, I guess. Yeah, no, he was pretty interesting. He plays into my playstyle of having a mostly unkillable asshole way up front.
Yeah, I think now that you're used to playing Denny 3, he's a lot more manageable.
Yeah, no, he seems pretty good. The tough saved me a couple guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he seemed good. He's going to get changed right away, so it's a bit of a moot point. But
Well, we'll see how much he changes. So otherwise, Michael, any other thoughts on the game?
No, it was fine. I chose Lucant because I knew I could survive for a while, but the speed was a bit of an issue, not being able to get up as quickly. My Iron Mother list was potentially a better drop, but I mean it was all Warjacks, and I'm just not used to Iron Mother, so I played with what I was more familiar with.
Yeah. I think classically destruction is a good scenario for Lucant because he just wants to get in there and hold it.
Yeah.
It's just you couldn't get in.
Yeah, and if I'd gone first, then I would have had a lot better. So it would have been 7 inches, 17 inches up the board.
so why did you choose to go second?
Simply because I don't know. I'm also kind of a little bit still used to, for whatever silly reason, Warhammer. Right? You roll a higher dice, you pick your side. That's just what you do, right? And
Fair enough.
It a few times when I've misstepped that way, where I go, okay, I'll take this side. Oh, wait a second, that means I'm going second.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could get some reasonable stuff in this one, I think this turns into a really long game.
I think maybe could possible is that with Watcher, as he jammed, you kind of
And again, that's another thing that I've forgotten about, was that I could have moved then my jack further up the board. I didn't have to make an attack with it, but if the jack was further up the board, and therefore more threatening.
But then you might just end up losing the jack earlier, right? So it's
Could have done Watcher with the Corollary.
Yeah. Get in there, buddy.
You got this.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing, and for those watching, thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. The best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.